Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you have had a lovely Christmas and New Year. Happy 11th day of Christmas, I think it is today. Was that drummers drumming? 10 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping? Maybe it's pipers piping. I can't actually remember, and I think they tend to change the order sometimes. But as you might have guessed, I am not going to talk about Christmas today. I'm going to talk about what actually happens on the 6th, which is Epiphany. And so I thought I would show you my little wise men. I don't put them in the Nativity until Epiphany itself. So they are currently making their way to the manger and stopping off in this lovely little forest I have here en route. So why not display them? I've always loved the Epiphany story ever since I really learned what it's about, and I won't go into it in too much detail because you might get that from whoever's got the devotions tomorrow or day after. But Epiphany is this story of these wise men, these magi, who come from faraway lands to worship the Christ child, and it's at its heart this story of how Jesus, God, comes for not just the Jewish people, but for people from all races and faiths and backgrounds and nationalities, that Christ comes to all who are willing to seek him. And there is a tradition that's become increasingly popular in churches in the States that I wanted to share with you that happens around this time of year. It has become a thing in the past 10 years or so. I think it started around 2009 or maybe a little before, that some churches in the States have been offering on Epiphany Sunday or around that time a tradition of giving out or selecting star words, they're calling them. And it comes from this idea that the wise men, before they could themselves offer gifts to the Christ child, had to first receive a gift from God, the gift of the star that showed them what they were looking for, that showed them the way to Christ. And so the tradition goes in these churches that people come to church, and as a part of the service, they're invited to draw from a bag or a hat or something, a word. It's a word that's printed on a star, and everyone receives their own individual word, and that word is meant to be a guide, a way of sort of directing your thoughts of the upcoming year. Some people take these words and they hang them up somewhere, they display them in their house, and just allow them to be a part of the guide for their prayer time and discernment over the coming year. I've done it in the past couple of years just with myself. I might have done it last year with folks. I can't honestly remember in person, but lots of people online, lots of my friends who are ministers will often offer to draw star words for people who are not able to be there in person. And so I've done it the past few years, asking friends to draw words for me. Last year, for example, the word I received was choice, which at the beginning of last year I thought was going to refer more to the choices I would have to make over the coming year. I expected there to be all sorts of maybe life decisions. I did end up choosing a car. That was something. But you know, variety of things. And of course, it actually ended up being a year of very limited choice. And I'm the sort of person who will sometimes complain about having too much choice. And I'm wondering if now, perhaps thinking on this word choice given to me last year, if maybe something I could say about it was, well, perhaps I should come to value the options for choice that I do normally have in my life that I was not given as much of last year. But anyway, that's my own reflections on the word. This year my word is endurance, which seems a bit more appropriate for everybody at this time of year, so we'll see what that one looks like in a year's time as well. But anyway, I wanted to offer each one of you the opportunity to receive your own star word, should you so like it. These are words that are in my lovely Santa stocking, and they've been prayed over. If anyone would like one, I'd be happy to draw one for you. And they're words that I get from a list online, so don't worry, I didn't come up with them myself. But there's dozens in here of, here, I'll draw a couple of examples just so you know what you might get. So, for example, stillness is one that is in here, and also order. It's another fun one. So if you're interested in receiving a star word this year, put it in the comments below, and I'll post it in the comments, so if you're happy with folks to see what yours is. But if you'd like one more in private, feel free to message me, and I will be happy to draw one for you, or even send me an email, and I'd be happy to draw a star word for you, something you can reflect on prayerfully over the coming year and as we begin this new year, and think about how God might be speaking to you, how God might be using a word or a phrase to guide you in your own faith journey towards the Christ child this year. So in any case, happy Epiphany, and I hope you do find that guiding light in your life this year. Take care, and I will see you later.